Okay, so this is my blended learning assignment for Georgia Virtual School PLC um, blended learning assignment for April 20th. My name is Erica Carolio. What I did was I did a DOK choice board, which is something that's being pushed at my school. Um, our DOK 1, the basics. This is where they just kind of they complete this basic chart and definitions for different types of geologic hazards and the impact that they have. And then for the second activity, they create a cube where they are drawing different geologic hazards. It could be ways to prevent them, it can be the actual geologic hazard causing an impact, it can be a variety of things, but they have to complete the entire cube. But DOK1 is just the basics. And although I do provide due dates, this is more like pacing charts. This is a pacing for students because students turn in their assignments each week on Friday. They submit throughout the week, but they're late after Friday. So so students have a pacing chart, but they can control when they do it. But DOK 1, the basics, usually they get it done, both assignments done in one day. DOK 2, this is your ability to grasp concepts. So in this particular case, it was cause and effect. Well, students had the option of exempting DOK 2 if they took their Canvas quiz, the cause and effect quiz on cause and which was your DOK 2. So I would say every student exempted this. So I didn't really get any of these assignments. DOK 3 is strategic thinking. This is where students are identifying the problem, they're identifying the impact, what happens. And so this is an example, and this is an evidence claim reasoning format. So you have your guiding question, what caused the landscape change in the chosen image, and they could pick from any of these three. And then they have their evidence, and that's their observations in this particular case and what they have learned. And then they formulate their claim based on that evidence. And then their justification is kind of like their closing argument, where they tie everything together and show how the evidence supports the claim. And down here, they could do a discussion post on Canvas where they chose one of these options and provide an evidence-based claim for that image, but in discussion post form or a vlog. And that's what this person did. So another option for DOK3 is to choose a current event. And they had a multitude of ways that they could demonstrate this evidence claim reasoning. This particular person chose South Asian floods and they wrote an article. These are their citations. This student chose current events and chose claim evidence reasoning, why these things happened. And so he drew on paper and then submitted the image. And then this is another article. It was actually done on a PowerPoint slide that was about the hurricane in Puerto Rico. And this is the rubric that went with the grading here. DOK4, this is where, in this particular case, they're formulating solutions for the problems. It's not just about identifying the problem and the impact, but then trying to formulate solutions. So that's what makes it the DOK4, the creating the solution and for the problem. So in this case, this one had to do with a scenario I had created about the Chattahoochee River, and so there was the impact of humans where there was construction, cutting down trees, all these things. And so this person created a protest poster, and that's what this was. They could choose to create a protest poster, okay, which portrayed what was happening and what the solution was. What did they need us to do? Okay, this is also say it loud, say it clear, animals belong here. That was another one about the Chattahoochee, as well as this particular article. Most students chose that option. Sorry about that. This is also DOK for the solution. This is an example of a newsletter. This was something that a student just wanted to do. And they did it about earthquakes, what causes them, what's some solutions, how can we prevent um, so much damage. They talked about different types of architectural decisions that need to be made, as well as how we can stay safe if an earthquake is coming about. And then here's another problem and solution right here. And this was an option where they created a model or prototype of how they would solve it. And then finally, this is the rubric for the solution. They were graded on whether or not they identified the problem and claim, whether they had a solution, the product that they created, professionalism. That means, did they utilize time effectively? Did they complete it? All the activities by the set due dates? Was the product, exceptional? It looked like they created effort, provided effort. Now, these DOKs could also be done with partners, and if they had a partner, they were also graded on teamwork. If it was an individual, it would have been out of 40 points. If it was a partner, it was out of 50. But this is what I did for my blended learning. And as you can see, I incorporated technology along with some hands-on. They would locate this on Canvas, and it would provide students with content, resources, as well as different activities to choose from. But all in all, it's a great experience. And this is for high school, but it could be for middle school as well.